Chapter number 5, electromagnetic induction and inductor. Now let me see the introduction part of this chapter. So whenever the flux link with the coil changes, an EMF induced in the coil. So if we are taking circuit, so you can also define it as whenever the flux linkage with the circuit changes, an EMF induced in that circuit. This is called electromagnetic induction. Now all the machines which are operated by electricity, it is called electrical machines, like transformer, induction motor, DC generator, alternator, synchronous motor. All the machines, electrical machines, are operated on this electromagnetic induction principle. So in this chapter we will study about the what is electromagnetic induction. Now before for that we are performing one practical. So first we are taking one permanent magnet. That means it produces constant flux phi, and it is taken in Weber. So the magnetic flux is measured in the Weber. So here we are taking one permanent magnet. That means it does not require any external energy to produce magnetic flux. So the property of material which produce magnetic flux is called permanent magnet, and it produces constant flux, and the flux flow from N pole to S pole, it is north pole to south pole. So here you can say that 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, magnetic lines are produced by these permanent magnets, and it's produce constant flux. So you have to remember that. Now we are taking one coil which consists of n number of turns, and the number of turns is depends on the requirement, that we will see later. Here one galvanometer is connected across this coil, that you can see here. One galvanometer is connected across this coil. So from that we can say that an EMF induced in that coil. Now the galvanometer, it is a very sensitive meter which is used which is operated on the electric current. That means when current passing through this meter, it shows deflection. But there is one difference between galvanometer and another electrical meters. Here galvanometer shows deflection in both directions. It shows deflection in both directions. That means it may be deflect in right side or left side. So here it's 0 point, it is available at the center, so that you can see. And already I told you it shows deflection when current passing through this galvanometer. And already I told you the flow of current, two conditions must be satisfied. First, it's required closed path, so it is here present, and another, it's require electromotive force, a force which is required to flow the electron is called EMF. So EMF is required, closed circuit is required. Closed circuit, it is always present. Now you can see that this coil is placed near to this permanent magnet, and you can also see that this whatever the flux produced by these permanent magnets, it's linked with this coil which consists of n number of turns. Remember, so it is most important. Now there is a flux linkage. That means this flux is linked with this coil. Now when in first case, now let me perform one practical. Now when both are stationary, permanent magnets and coil both are stationary, this flux is also linked with this coil, but this galvanometer shows zero deflection. That means there is no current passing through this galvanometer. So here closed path is present, but current still it is not flowing through this meter because there is an absence of EMF. So from that you can say that when magnets and coil both are steady, that time there is no EMF induced in the coil. Now let me perform another practical. Now this permanent magnet moves towards this coil. You can see that time this galvanometer shows deflection in one direction. Here it is in left side. So that means there is a current passing through this galvanometer. Then and then this galvanometer shows deflection. So closed circuit is it always present. Now current is start to flow because on EMF induced in this coil, which is responsible to flow of current through this meter. So do you understand? When magnet moves towards the coil, a current start to flow from this galvanometer, and it is happened due to the on EMF induced in this coil. That is experiment number 2. Now next experiment, when this magnet moves away from this coil, that time galvanometer shows deflection in another direction. That means in right hand side. So you can say that when magnet moves away from this coil, an EMF induced in this coil, and due to this EMF, current start to flow from this galvanometer, and it shows deflection in right side. So here from this experiment we can say that when there is a relative motions between coil and magnetic field or magnets, then and then an EMF induced in the coil, and the direction of the induced EMF, it depends on the movement. Either this magnet moves towards the coil or it moves away from the coil. So the direction of current is depends on the polarity of the induced EMF in the coil, and this polarity, whatever the EMF induced, the polarity of induced EMF in this coil, it depends on the movement. So from these three experiments we can say that an EMF is induced in the coil when the magnet is moved. Now what will happen when we move this magnet? So when we move this magnet, there is a change in flux linkage with this coil. When we move this magnet, here you can say that only 3 lines are linked with this coil. But when we move this magnet towards this coil, all the lines which are produced by this magnet, it is linked with this coil, and there is a change in flux linkage. So whatever the flux link with this coil, it is changes due to the movement of this magnet. So then and then an EMF induced in this coil. So it is very simple. An EMF is induced due to the rate of change of flux linkage with the coil, and the magnitude of this induced EMF is directly proportional to the rate of change of flux. So more EMF induced in this coil due to the more flux linkage. You understand? More flux linkage with this coil will produce more EMF in the coil. So it is very simple.